You know, when I hear about Tom Seaver, I haven't had the opportunity to watch him growing up, but um, watching, on video, his games, performances, this guy was the first. You have the Grom, which is a force now, but for the Mets, he had Gooden for a while there. Tom Seaver was the one, the franchise. He took the Mets from being a laughing stock. He comes in there and he says, "No more. We're not gonna be looked upon as a joke. We're gonna be taken seriously." And that's what he did. The franchise, 12-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, second in MVP balloting in '69, three-time Cy Young Award winner. That 1969 Miracle Mets, he was the backbone of that team. And the 1973 NL winning pennant team when he won two of his Cy Young awards. From 1976 to 1967 to 1977, pitched there with the Mets. What the Mets, they really didn't do him any favors, kind of unceremoniously was gone from the Mets for a period of time. They did bring him back. Didn't actually even pitch all that awfully, all that bad. Close to a 4 ERA, under 500, but was still very decent in his last performance. Tom Terrific. If I was a kid growing up in that area, I can imagine myself, because I'm a Yankee fan, I can imagine at that time. Um, I would probably have never have hated him growing up if I grew up in that era. I would probably root against him when he was pitching against, guys like Roberto Clemente, Willie Stargell. I never would have hated him. And, now, even though I'm only 40, just when you lose uh, players, guys that you watched growing up, and they're gone from your youth, uh, it makes you sad. Um, his delivery was one of a kind. Hence why you would also always see dirt on his pant legs, because his delivery would send him all over the place, and his pants would become dirty. I remember him too, in a sense of, in the broadcast years more so. Um, Rizzuto and and Seaver, when those two were paired together, there's a very funny video over there, and Seaver is playing, like, in comedy wise, the straight man, and Rizzuto is just going playing off of him. Um, funny thing to watch. I think Seaver transcends the Mets. Probably one of the best starting pitchers of all time. Probably top 10, maybe even top 5. 311 wins, 286 career. Excuse me, 3,000 strikeouts. Oh, jeez, man. Usually the old saying goes, when you sneeze, that's the absolute truth as to what you're talking about. Big three. You remember watching them on video. Seaver, Kuzman, and Matlick. He was a lot of people's heroes, I'm sure, growing up here. Being from the Queens area, a lot of people's heroes. Part of their childhood. Almost perfect, 7.969. Let me read you this. I listened in the darkness. I came across this as the franchise took the hill. Tom Seaver, though, perfect through 8 innings, had retired Cubs at will. Could barely hear Bob Murphy's voice. Shea was packed that night. Santo, Banks, Spangler all went down without a fight. Ray Hundley led off the night, and he was the victim, 25th. The stands were like a roaring sea, electric and alive. Jimmy Qualls came up to bat, a rookie little known. Every Mets fan felt for sure that Tom would bring it home. Seaver looked in for the sign. He got called to deliver the heat. Qualls lined a clean signal. Hush quiet filled the seats. Seaver felt deflated as the crowd stood in ovation. As well as he had pitched that night, was it wrong to see perfection? Seaver finished off the Cubs that night. Qualls was the only hit. That night might have been perfect if that ball had found the mitt. It's a hot night in a pennant race, and Tom, terrific, was flirting with immortality. I hope all is well, and I look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.